So we see some of the work that's been done to study how high-level radioactive waste and spent fuel could be transported to Yucca Mountain and how the geology of the mountain might affect the stored high-level waste. Let's take a look at what the plans are to actually get the fuel from the surface into position in the repository and what it might look like in long-term storage. Here is a view of the main tunnel as you're going in. This is where the fuel would enter the repository and ride the rails going down the main shaft till it came to one of the drifts or side tunnels cut out from the main tunnel. The high-level waste packages will be stored in these drifts off the main tunnel. For the first 50 years, the fuel would sit in these highly engineered packages open to the air but surrounded with a stainless steel drip shield. After 50 years, the waste is then cool enough that the drift could be backfilled with earth and other engineered barriers and left in place for the next 1,000,000 years or so. All this looks rather expensive to me, so one might think that we poor taxpayers have been digging deep into our pockets to pay for all of this. But actually, that's not true. As we saw, back in 1982, the federal government passed a law where they collect 1/10 of a cent per kilowatt hour of nuclear-generated electricity, and this is paid to the government in the form of a tax. The Office of Civilian Radioactive Waste Management, or the OCRWM, takes this money, and it is they, a division of the Department of Energy, that are managing the work done at Yucca Mountain. Thus far, the money that has gone into the nuclear waste tax totals over $27 billion. You can see here what money has been put into the fund by this tax on electricity generation, and what money has been requested and given to OCRWM by Congress each year. In 2007, in a report to Congress, the OCRWM projected that the entire cost of Yucca Mountain would be $26.9 billion. This is great news. We've already collected more money than it would take to finish the repository. On the other hand, the Department of Energy has requested space in the mountain, and once they found out how much trouble it was to get a repository even in one place, they decided to make it big enough that it would hold all the nuclear waste for all time. They've essentially tripled the size of the repository under Yucca Mountain, and with this change, the price triples also. They're now saying that it will cost on the order of $90 billion. If they could keep collecting money at the rate they have so far, the utilities will again underwrite everything.